Hello everybody, this is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, bringing you another Bronze to Masters League Series game. It is Season 3, and I am back for the week. Well, I guess for the rest of the week. I'm dropping a whole bunch of frames, no big deal, because that'll get fixed. But yes, we are in Season 3, there are 3 new maps, and here is game number 1. I did play. This is not my placement match, unfortunately, because my placement match actually went absolutely horribly. I lost to a very early roach rush, and it had been a week and a half since I'd played, so I figured I probably wouldn't include that in my Bronze to Master series. Just because I was super rusty and didn't know what to do, quite honestly. So, anyways, we're looking at a PvZ on, I believe this map is called, like, Derelict something or other. This little, it's basically a V shape. Here, I'm gonna pause it for a sec. It's a V shape where both players spawn in the upper portion. There is this really narrow alleyway where you can get from one base to another really quickly. I have a feeling that Blizzard is probably going to get rid of this because this causes a lot of early game problems, especially like if somebody six pools and things like that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But we'll go ahead and continue on going with this game. So PvZ on this map. Now, quite honestly, I haven't seen that many games on this map, so I'm not quite sure what the mid and late game look like. The games that I've played on this map primarily have been fairly short games. This game, it's about 13 minutes long, so it's a little bit longer than a really fast game, like a 7 or 8 minute game per se. Anyways, basically it is, in my opinion, it's a fairly easy map to take your natural, because it's not really even a walk-in portion, but it's just basically this cutoff right here. It's really easy to snug up, forge a gateway, and have that one unit, block that you can put a zealot and wall off. So it's very simple. I went ahead and laid down a pylon to block his expansion, and basically at this point I'm just going to be probing up. This map was actually kind of interesting because I decided to play my typical rush style, and I was really surprised because he took a really early third base, because I put down my cannon, I get my gateway up, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of curious as to see if he chooses to go for anything, a really early expansion. So, anyways, getting up our Nexus, just sitting here, waiting a little too long to get our gateway down. Yeah, see, if you look, there's a really nice single space that a zealot can sit, and it's actually fairly easy to wall off. Then it kind of, since it's only a 2 building wall off, you can build your cybernetics core back here so it doesn't get sniped or anything. So kind of nice. Getting the gases up. Now this game I actually kind of went for something I wouldn't normally do. I decided to go for a blink stalker play. Main reasoning for that. See, I get in here. I'm gonna minor little ADD moment, but I get in here and I scout the third, which is awesome. And that's all I've got to say about that. Anyways, so I went for a blind blink stalker play. Since this map is so close to it, like this third is really close to where my third would ultimately be, I decided to go for blink stalkers just in case that he goes Muta, because Muta, I think Muta play would be a very effective style on this map in general, because I mean, having quick access to this mineral line, I mean, even it would be a great like mid-game tech switch, because obviously if this third base is up, you can easily go in, harass here, walk in here. Now getting out the natural would be a little bit difficult, because basically your opponent would go to defend this area and then probably move in this general direction to get back to his ramp, and if he sees that you're going to be moving, he can just easily separate units. Now I'm going to pause for a sec so we can get over here and see what's going on. We go in here and we try to snipe down the queen. I do a pretty good job he doesn't have anything over here, so I come in. My whole purpose is to take out this queen. That's all I want to do. He's got a fair number of queens, and actually he's got a fair number of lings already up, so I was really surprised by that. I was able to micro out the mothership core, so it survives, no big deal. I probably should have just let him sit there and attack rather than letting him die like that, and at least he would have gotten a couple shots off. But anyways, back home we're just chrono boosting out gateway research. We've already put down 2 gateways, and we're going to be starting Blink here fairly soon. Once he gets back and we can start focusing on what we're doing in our base. So warp gate research is going to finish. Now I went for a fairly early +1, since obviously getting the Twilight Council allows me to go for a fairly early +2. I'm going to try and do a little bit more pressure once that +1 is finished. Basically what this allows me to do is, since I've already put on a little bit of pressure and he's already made units, the likelihood of him just sitting back and droning up is probably fairly good, unless he's going to just go for an all-in. So basically the thought process was, I'm going to chrono boost out a handful more units, get out +1 as quickly as possible, immediately go into +2, and kind of walk over and see if I can kind of catch him off guard. At this point, you can see he hasn't really built any spine crawlers and isn't thinking about defense. He's still only got a handful of lings, and he actually went for a roach war. I don't think he ever got roaches. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and speed this up a little bit. We're gonna get in here. He plants down a couple spine crawlers right then and right there, but obviously they're a little bit late, and I've come in and he's lost the mining time. Now, I was really surprised that he came in and chose to engage this. Now, I probably should have backed out the mothership core, but he doesn't have a lot of lings here, so my zealots can actually do a lot of damage. So I actually get in here, take out a fair amount of drones, and I see the mutas pop, so I'm feeling pretty good, because obviously I've gone blink, and blink is almost done now. Also, +2 is about halfway done, so we can just continue on getting stalkers at this point. So I let the zealots sit there and try to take out the third base. Unfortunately, I can't quite take it down. So I'm warping in stalkers. I've got 2 more gateways behind my little attack, as well as a Stargate, because I wasn't sure what to go in, what to tech up to, and figured that Stargate, I could either get Void Rays if I saw roaches, or obviously if he goes Muto, I can get a handful of Phoenix. So definitely a good tech path choice. Now, I don't know, but I don't know if that's connected or not. I can't quite see with my... Oh, well, there. So it is connected down here, but it's got... these destructible rocks are fairly, He's got to destroy those in order to get up into my natural without any fuss. Or I guess he's got to destroy those and this set here. So he sends his mutas back down here, which is actually kind of surprising. So I go in, and I'm figure, heck, why not try and do some damage while I'm at it. So he's got a bunch of spine crawlers coming up. I blink back, and manage to take out more or less all of the, well, actually, yeah, all of the lings. And at this point, the third base is pretty much free to take. He doesn't have enough mutas to engage this, and with the Phoenix, it basically is just icing on the cake. So he comes in, engages, and at this point, he just doesn't have enough stuff. I'm really surprised. He's got a lot in the bank. So basically what this means is he spent too much larva on getting lings out, and not enough larva getting... Honestly, had he gone roach, I think he would have been okay. He would have at least had a bigger army to deal with my pressure. But yeah, I think that would have gone a lot differently. Obviously, just as a side comment, behind that little attack, I chose to go ahead and expand. That way, if this didn't win the game, I would still have, a backup plan to deal with any, to kind of go into the late game. So, anyways, I hope you guys are ready for Season 3. This new map is pretty fun to play as a Protoss player. I don't know how the other matchups are. I've seen, I think, a TVT and a TVZ on this. And those, it looks like an interesting play style. most of it deals with drop play, kind of dropping this third, and then just running into the natural, not the natural, the main. And so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this map goes into some of the tournament plays in like MLG and the WCS that's going on. So I don't know if they're incorporating those immediately into those tournaments, but it'll be interesting to see whether or not if it does get incorporated. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new to this channel, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next game. If you want to see more games, feel free to subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. And yeah, if you want to see me play these games live, I did stream yesterday. All of these games were streamed, so you can check me out on twitch.tv. I'll leave a link in the description. Also, follow me on Twitter, and I will, if you got any questions about the videos, the playstyles, the matchups, anything, feel free to send me a tweet. I usually respond to most tweets. If it's just spam, I don't like spam, so don't spam me. Anyways, so I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next Bronze to Masters League game.